I'll try to be fast with this, because then we have to go to semi-closing remarks at the end. That really should have been the last talk, because future and so forth. I guess it will inevitably be a letdown because it's not set. What?
Speak to the program, chair.
Yeah, I know. I didn't realize we'd be going 10 years into the future. By the way, everyone should check out the Spinach Wikidata chatbot. It's really cool. It lets you query Wikidata just by typing in questions. It's great. It may or may not be a sign of things to come, but I think it's really cool as it is.
Did you say spinach?
Yeah, it's an acronym. Just look up Spinach Wikidata or something like the Wikidata bot or something, and it'll be there. Some sort of contrived acronym. Okay, cool. How do I... Nice. Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Yaron Koren. I want to talk about fixing Wikimedia Commons. I'll try to be... Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Yaron Koren. I want to talk about fixing Wikimedia Commons. Gosh, there's a lot of excess bullet points on here. I think it's I saved this in LibreOffice form, and now it's PowerPoint. All right. I'll try to be quick about it. So, Wikimedia Commons. Most of you have heard of it. It's there on commons.wikimedia.org. It's a Wikimedia site. It stores freely licensed files, images, audio, video PDFs. There might be a few other categories, but that's the main thing. And it's a repository on its own, and it's also used by all the other Wikimedia sites, most notably Wikipedia. Every time you look at an image on Wikipedia, it actually is stored in Wikimedia Commons. It's at least, this could be, well, a big underestimate, but it's over 100 million files representing over 300 terabytes of data, roughly. These slides will be on Commons, and hopefully many of you will upload your slides on Commons also. Upload to Commons. What is going on? Why? Oh, here we go. Categories on Wikimedia Commons are kind of crazy. This is a small part of the display for the Eiffel Tower category. There's so many subcategories. It's really unbelievable. If you click on like the first one, Eiffel Tower by condition, you can see all these different categories that people have made just for photos of this one thing, the Eiffel Tower. How it looks under construction. These are the photos of it in fog at night, and then I clicked on the at night one, redacted because of, I don't even know what that means. At blue hour, I have no idea what that is. And so on. It's literally hundreds of subcategories just for the Eiffel Tower, and of course each one of them has lots of files. More of these by viewpoint, from the northeast, from every direction, and then from all these different places, locations. This one is interesting. Here's a photo of Lisa Murkowski. She's a senator. There's another senator there sitting, and they're talking to some cabinet officials, I think, in 2017. What's interesting about this is the categories that this photo has been tagged with. So you've got all the people here in 2017, and then it starts to get interesting. Well, there's with bad file names, but then it starts to get interesting. There's Lisa Murkowski with food, Lisa Murkowski standing, Lisa Murkowski looking down, Lisa Murkowski holding objects, Lisa Murkowski wearing skirt suits, and Lisa Murkowski facing right. Somebody is really interested in tagging this woman, who I think is still a senator from Alaska. And I mean, well, so you may be wondering how far down the rabbit hole does this go? How many people, for instance, how many people have this kind of granularity? it's not as bad as you might think. Here's all the category of politicians and food. So there's only 7 or 8. I mean, Jill Biden doesn't really belong here as a politician, but there's only 7 or 8 people who have their own with food categories. So Lisa Murkowski is in rare company. It's still impressive. There's still a lot of work that has gone into this. So yeah, so categories are arbitrary, obviously, as we can see. There's no one stopping anyone from creating a similarly in detailed categories for everyone. Anyone who has photos taken of them. It's obviously time-consuming, not just to create, but to maintain these categories. It's not searchable. Categories are not searchable, so you can't filter on them within the search. You can just, within Wikimedia Commons search. I won't show it, but the search is basically just a text-based search. You can't say, show me everything that's in this category that matches this text search, or show me everything that's the intersection of these two categories, that sort of thing. But that's not even the biggest problem with categories on Wikimedia Commons. Here is that same category listing for a user who's looking at Wikimedia Commons in Amharic, which is the alphabet, the language of Ethiopia. So you can see an obvious problem here. There's a little bit of Amharic there to show that this is the list of categories and the list of hidden categories. Everything else is just in English. The poor people of Ethiopia may not be able to fully appreciate, fully understand all of the aspects of this photo. But yeah, they are missing out. But that's a major problem. Wikimedia sites place such a high emphasis on internationalization and translations and language accessibility, but on Wikimedia Commons, which is supposed to be for everyone, any category can only be seen in one language, and as you might expect, 99% of the time that language is English. There is a solution involves structured data. That's a structured data within Commons has a specific meaning. It's a project that I think was completed in 2023. I might be off a little. It's hard to find the history of it. It was in planning for a long time before it was completed. So every file on Commons can now have so-called structured data added to it. And that involves basically properties and their values using Wikidata IDs. So it's a lot like what you find on Wikidata, or for that matter, any wiki-based installation. But within Commons, the difference within Commons is you can't define properties or additional values. You just use whatever is already in Wikidata. So it also provides, as you might expect, a Sparkle endpoint for all the data. If you go to this site, unlike with Wikidata, you have to be logged in to Commons in order to access it, but you can type in a Sparkle query and get all sorts of interesting information and find specific photos. Backtracking a little, there's a site called Wikidata Walkabout. Let me see if I'll show it here. It was released in 2020. I co-created with a guy, with Sahaj Kandalwal, and it uses open source software, which we called Anvesha. Let me just show it briefly. Everyone should check it out. Oh wait, how do I get it to display this? Do I have to escape or something? Or can I just not do that?
The monitor is stretched, not duplicated.
No, I think we're back to duplicate.
Oh, we're back.
Yeah.
So what do I, okay. And now, oh man. Oh well. That's not good if I can't show, okay, I sort of can.
Minimize your presentation.
I don't know how to do that, sorry. Yeah.
We are extended. My apologies. And if I understand
I
right,
slid it over. I slid the browser over to the other window.
and there it is right there. And are you trying to maximize it?
I just want to see it on here.
Oh, in both.
Yeah.
Look at the television screen in front of you.
Thank you. Yeah, so this is a site. I think let me make it a little bigger so it's more visible. This is a site I really. It's just fun to look at and go through. You can here. Let me click on film, for example. You can just do a ton of filtering. So, for instance, let me go through country of origin. It's basically a drill down interface for all of Wikidata, and it's essentially the only one of its kind. Okay, this is taking. Okay, so yeah, you can see the nature of the data here. Click randomly Denmark, and then if I click on genre, it'll keep going. So I can find all family films from Denmark, and then just keep going. Let's say. All right. Well, yeah. Let's see what the main subject is. Okay, sure. So there's exactly one family film from Denmark that is about flying saucers. Yeah, it's kind of addictive. I think it's really fun to play with because obviously there's a ton of data there. Oops. Oh gosh, how do I get back to? Okay. Cool. So that's Wikidata Walkabout. And so in 2025, I was inspired to create Commons Walkabout, which is a companion site that, as you might expect, uses structured data from Wikimedia Commons instead of Wikidata. Uses the same software with some code modifications. Amazingly, I believe I'm told it's the first outside tool to make use of Wikimedia Commons Sparkle endpoint, and I think a big part of that is that the Wikimedia Commons Sparkle endpoint requires a login, so people just didn't want to deal with it. But we found a technical workaround. So let me go here. Yeah, as with Wikidata Walkabout, you can filter based on all sorts of things. So if I click on genre, it'll let me filter and again, let's see what them. This is a lot of fun too. Here we go. Here's some. These all the black and white photos of a park in Germany. So I encourage anyone to try that one out too. It's just fun to play with. So it's nice, but still that doesn't help with the on-wiki experience, especially for non-English speakers. You still have to deal with categories that don't make sense and so forth. So there's another tool that I created recently called AutoCats that displays automatic categories based on structured data in the user's own language. So let me click on that, and I'll just show a little demo here. This is just the home page for it. Well, so here's what it looks like for an English speaker. It's really not that different. This is the actual categories for this photo that showed up briefly there. And here in green is what the JavaScript displays based on the structured data. It sort of presents different combinations of filters that together make up categories. And there are some similarities between the two, thankfully. So that's nice, but it's not that exciting because you've already got the categories. But here's what AutoCast looks like in Japanese. If you're looking at the site in Japanese, the main categories are still going to be entirely in English. But here, not everything has been translated into Japanese. Some of this is German and some is English. But it's quite a bit more useful and more location specific, language specific. Yeah, I think that's a nice tool, and I hope that gets more usage. So then, all right. So that was AutoCAT, and then okay. there's still one big remaining problem, which is that there's actually not that much structured data compared to the entire set of data. I mean, obviously there's a lot, Commons Walkabout uncovered a lot of file information, but it's still, I would guess maybe 5% of the information that's available via category is also available as structured data. So there's a big gap there. The latest tool is something that we now call Category Structurizer. It's being developed by me and Naresh Kumar Babu, who you heard about yesterday. He's one of the developers of the Springboard extension that we were founded by a Wikimedia Foundation Rapid Grant. It still has some issues, but it works already, and it lets you add or remove specific property value pairs to or from all the files in a certain category all at once. So here's the demo. Which I'm very excited about. How do I do a full screen? Oh, okay. Okay, so, all right, so I figured we're in the Neil Armstrong test facility, so I wanted to see what's situated with Neil Armstrong. There's 76 photos of him that are tagged as such in Wikimedia Commons, but there's, as you might expect, a lot more than that within Wikimedia Commons. So I found this one category that has a ton of photos, 165 files, just Neil Armstrong in the United States, which is kind of random because presumably almost all the photos of him are in the United States, except for the ones on the moon, of course. So here is the interface provided by this new category structurizer tool. It lets you specify the properties and values that you want to add. In this case, I just put depicts, which is the main property for in Wikimedia Commons in general, and then Neil Armstrong. I could have put more stuff. I could have put instance of photograph, because I believe they're all photographs, but I just wanted to keep it simple. So I just clicked that. It was a very fast process, pretty painless, and now it's just going to go through all, 165 files in this category and just add this key value pair, depicts Neil Armstrong, one at a time to them. And I won't belabor you with the entire process of doing it, but here we go. Now you can see I'm going to my special contributions, and it's showing up there. So every one of these edits shows up in recent changes and the page history, and in user contributions. It's a regular edit. So now if I go to the structured data tab, which maybe I should have shown before, but there it is, depicts Neil Armstrong. That was added to that file. Yeah, it's just going to keep going through these. Then that's the next 2 minutes of this, but I can fast forward to the end. Okay, it's getting close to the end here. Okay. Hopefully. Okay, here we go. Yeah, and it's completed, and that's the end of the script's run. And now, if I go back to Commons Walkabout and refresh again, there's now 220 photographs that are tagged as depicting Neil Armstrong within Commons Walkabout. So, from now on, all of that information will be there semantically within Wikimedia Commons. Where's the... Yeah, so you can try it out. There's the URL for it. It'll probably get a new name. Category Structurizer is kind of a mouthful. So it's not fully released yet, but it does already work if you try it out already. This could be a big deal for structured data on Commons. It can speed up the creation of structured data by 100 times. I mean, it obviously depends on the size of category. Some categories have 2 files, some have 3,000 files in them. But that kind of order of magnitude, I think, if anyone is interested in adding structured data on Commons or dealing with it, this could be a great tool. So hopefully there's some synergy between these tools that make use of structured data and this tool now that will make it easier to add structured data. By the way, a random development idea, Wikidata could benefit from a tool like this. If you are looking at some category on Wikipedia, 15th century Italian philosophers or something, and you want to make sure that all three of those pieces of data get added to every person who's in that category, then there could be a tool like this one for that. It would have the script would probably have to live on Wikipedia. That's it. Thank you. Oh, yeah, question, yeah.
So I think in an earlier slide you said that the categories can't be searched. Do you know about the in category like function in search that Cirrus search gives you? You can do like in category colon and then the name of the category quotes, and then you can search and filter in the category.
There's a question about whether I know, which I guess I didn't know, about a tag, an in-category tag that you can do within the search. So you specify in-category colon, then the category name, and okay, I didn't know about this. Does that work in Wikimedia Commons?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, okay, it does work there. All right.
You can negate it by putting a dash before it. So you can
Okay, that's actually interesting. That's very good to know. It doesn't necessarily help non-English speakers, but it's still good to know that you can actually do that kind of thing. Conversely, though, one of the things that makes it difficult to do that kind of searching, even with that sort of functionality, is that you never can really know what category a photo belongs to. Like, for example, if it's a photo of the Eiffel Tower, there's literally hundreds of options about where it could live, and I almost can guarantee that Cirrus search thing doesn't search on subcategories of the category you're asking for. So yeah.
Deep category tool for that one.
Oh, there's a deep category tool. Okay, fine. But with something with like structured data, it's a lot clearer. It's a lot easier to look for everything that depicts Eiffel Tower, and you're gonna get all whatever it is, 5,000, 10,000 options you can filter, from there. Yeah.
So, with regards to your point that in Wiki Commons, the categories tend to be in English, and that is a challenge for non-English speakers. Many times if I go to a website that is not in English, the browser will invite me to translate it. Is that not a solution all by itself? Okay.
Yeah. The question is about automated translation, like within Google Chrome and other browsers that exist. Yes, of course it's a lot better than nothing. It's got its own issues, especially if you're speaking a language that's not one of the top 20 or 40 or whatever it is that Google supports. I mean, no, there's no question that machine translation is very useful, but it's not at the standard Wikimedia level of support. Yeah. All right. Well, check out those three tools.